Best be moving on. Please, sir, can't let you see how he dressed. Looks like an aristocrat. No rest for the... Fear no evil. Die, vermin!
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Do you enjoy working with...
Oh, yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after...
Do you remember?
No, I was just a baby then.
Do you ever think about getting married?
Oh, no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says...
Why are you...
I am helping my mother in her shop.
I'm sure your mother is...
I do the best I can.
Why is work not easy?
Oh, no, most people are gentle with me. But...
What can you tell me of the people?
I don't speak to many people.
Have you no friends?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always...
Does he not come?
No. Mum said he was weird. Or...
What can you tell me about...
Some of our regular customers have left London.
Have you ever met the famous...
Yes. A very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books. And then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
Good evening, Miss Price. How...
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned.
Always glad to see a former patient in good...
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price?
Have you not seen Carol since you returned?
So you're less afraid? You have every reason to be...
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed.
Why would her...
She does not realize how cruel life can be.
Do you know Alоизия?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can.
But she'll probably leave you someday.
Why would she leave? Children sometimes...
What can you
I'm still managing my shop.
Really? Have I changed?
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember...
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter?
Have you noticed...
Other than you coming back to cheer me up?
May I look at...
It's always a... Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have...
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan...
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right.
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother...
Who are you waiting for?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event?
I'm afraid I'm not following you.
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role?
Trap? And you think...
At least it will give us the chance to be free.
What can you tell me about...
He's older than me, I think.
Is that all? What can you tell me about...
It's the only place I've considered myself...
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore.
I still enjoy living in London.
Then I am sincerely happy for you.
May I ask what you're...
I don't know. You should ask my...
You must have your own idea.
From what I have managed to understand,
May I ask why you've not...
I believe fear is holding it.
What can you tell me about...
You should ask that question to my brother instead.
Goodbye for... Good evening. Pericles, tell me why you're...
Agamemnon is naive sometimes.
At least you both have the same difficulty.
But is that not a common problem?
What can you tell me about...
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you...
That's it? That's all you...
For the time being. True kind...
Goodbye, Mr. It's locked, all right.
Survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials awaiting in the future.
It's locked.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards...
I beg your pardon, sir.
Of course you do. Our mutual friend...
You are the leader of the...
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stuff.
The cards told you to...
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always...
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to...
All right.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
I would rather not. May I ask...
Of course. But I must warn you that the...
Who founded the...
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal...
So you're not just a club of...
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then. The strength that made them...
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Is there anything you could tell me about...
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Tell me about yourself. What did...
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few,
For how long have you been...
it was 15 years.
What do you make of Dr.
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated
Some believe you to be a vampire.
guard of Priwen. Who else? For a time, they said...
Did they steal anything from...
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to...
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to him.
What can you tell me about...
I really don't know.
So, you see nothing in the stars for me?
Oh, I can tell you many things, but
Do the cards
no. It's the bird.
read my fortune?
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a straw.
Can you read the cards?
Are you sure you want to...
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Perhaps later. Goodbye, sir.
I rarely wander. The Fool and the Empress. Again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
Hello again.
Do you need my
Indeed.
You have nothing to be worried about.
Sounds so easy to fight disease.
Goodbye. I cannot enter. Good evening. Do you require... You'll feel better after...
Thank you very much. I feel better.
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely want... Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read. red river.
It's
song in the
locked, all
dark,
right.
The whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret.
It's locked. Red River, a song in the dark, Good evening. How did you learn about Mary?
And Swansea told me. Don't look at...
Mary did not deserve her fate.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition.
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely... Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials waiting in the future.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny? Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment. It's locked.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight, I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
You'll need to feed on warm blood.
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
I will become your maker.
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such.
What do you know about...
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would...
Let's move on.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same.
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
You really plan to build...
Yes, it will be tall and strong.
By doing so, you will also...
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such...
Let me guess.
This is a desperate measure for
Who gave you the right to...
My money. My money and my pen...
Quarantine is not a bad idea medically.
As long as the right people are on the right side of...
What if a new outbreak happens inside your wall?
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that...
But you can't guarantee infection will...
The apocalypse is already knocked.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
It's locked, all right.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Vanished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone! Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think
How did you meet Lady Ashbury? What kind of answers did...
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked.
Lady Ashbury in the sewer?
She said she was your friend, and that she sought...
Lady Ashbury? You know...
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait! Slow down!
I'm listening, but I do not...
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see...
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt.
Where is...
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with someone.
How did Elizabeth...
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vamp...
What do you think of...
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
What has happened?